All right, one of the first things we're going to do is remove the toe panel. It's got two black 5/16" screws on the bottom. And then it's got two tabs at the top that it rests in. You just lift up and out. And it's a two-piece toe panel in the front. And this panel slides up and down to adjust for any unevenness or gap that you may have in the floor when you finish installing it. It's also got a little insulation piece here that just pops out. Another thing that's new about this model line is we now have a drip pan that you're going to have to remove to hook up the utilities as well. It's got a tab on the left and right side. You just depress it, pull it out, and then there's a little orange wire harness with a RAS connector. You just push on the tab and pull the connector out. Set this aside for now. This will be reinstalled once we get it into the unit before we put the toe panel on. Now, one tip I will give you: if you forget to put that drip pan on, the dishwasher will not operate if the drip pan is disconnected. So the next thing you do is you take the electrical junction box cover off. That's a 1/4 inch or T20 screw. Once you get the screw out, you just lift up on it with a flat bladed screwdriver. Comes right off, and this is the terminal box I was talking about. In the past, our power cord or hardwire came in through here, and there was 3 wire nuts. Now we actually have a terminal box where you're going to take the screw out, put it through the eyelet, and screw it back down. So we're going to demonstrate using a power cord. If you were using a hardwire installation, you would do that further on in the installation. You'd have it taped to the floor, so you slide the dishwasher into the cutout over the hardwire, and then you hook it up at that time. But for a power cord model, you're going to do it while you've got it on its back, and you're hooking up the utilities, the water supply, the electrical, and the drain hose. You always want to make sure you use a strain relief on the power cord or the hardwire. All right, once you get the strain relief and the nut on it, you can pull the green ground screw out, put it through the green ground eyelet. Okay, we've actually got the ground one hooked up with the 1/4 inch green ground screw and the green wire. Now you're going to pull the Phillips head screw out. Then you can go black to black and white to white. You can put the screw through the eyelet. There's the black wire. We'll do the same for the white wire. Like I say, this is new. In the past, we've always had wire nuts. 2020, we're switching to this new terminal box. Reinstall the junction box cover. So that covers the power cord. Then you want to route it down the back and out. So the next thing we're going to hook up is the drain hose. And with the literature that came in the product, there's a miscellaneous parts bag that will have the anchors that you anchor the unit to the cabinet, 2 clamps, a silver and a red one, and 2 anchor screws. The red clamp is for the end of the drain hose that goes under the sink to your disposal, and the silver clamp goes on this 110-degree elbow end for the bottom of the dishwasher. Okay, for this model line, we've got a new drain port connection. It's on the left side rear of the unit. So you're going to take your end with the 110-degree elbow on it. You're going to use the silver clamp, and you want to hook it onto that drain port, again with the silver clamp. And then just like you did with the power cord, you're going to route it out the back underneath the rear leg, just like this. And the reason we're doing that is so when you finally set it up, you're not setting up on top of the power cord, the drain hose, or the water supply. We always recommend a new water supply line when you're ever installing a dishwasher. And there's two parts to a water supply line. One is if you buy the water supply line kit, it comes with the 90-degree elbow. If you do not replace the water supply line, you'll still need to purchase a elbow fitting for the water supply that will connect to your existing water supply line. So you're going to take your brass 3/8, 3/4 inch fitting. You want to start it by hand onto the fill valve, tighten it as tight as you can get it by hand. If it doesn't screw on really easily, you might be cross-threading it. You want to take it off and start over. Once you get it as tight as you can with your hand, take a pair of pliers, and all you need to give it is a 1/4 to a 1/2 turn facing back, and again route it out the rear along with your drain hose and your water supply line.